Howdy folks, welcome back to Archean. Got the plane charging up and I've made a few changes to it. Mainly I've added some crude, not really an autopilot, but stability control to make it fly level. So I've got roll stability, I've got pitch stability. And like I said, it's very crude, but it's sort of a basic autopilot. So the plan today is to go back to the titanium drill and get the rocks from that. And then as some of you pointed out, I think I might have miscalculated the distance. Let me pull up the cube here. I was counting this as 16 meters, and yeah, that was wrong. So, brain fart. What are you gonna do? Take that back off there. So that's probably why the percentage was so low, because I wasn't counting the distance correctly. And also another comment, I completely forgot, if you don't have anything in your hands, you can push V, and it gives you the distance. And then if you just click back into the game, it gives you distance to your cursor basically. So that would have been the easy way, but I completely forgot about that. So anywho, as you can see, I've widened out this a little bit just to try to make it a little less nose heavy. Because I was looking, and if I hit V on here, I think maybe this is the center of mass. I'm not 100% sure on that, but yeah, widen that out a little bit. I moved this back out of the wing, and I've added tilt sensors for roll, and there's one down here for pitch. And let's take a quick look at the code. It's a little bit embarrassing, but it's just basic stuff. So we're reading in the tilt and the pitch, and then I've also reading in the speed and altitude. I added an altitude sensor just to get some more stuff on the dashboard. And the altitude sensor has an absolute altitude, which seems to be maybe from the center of the planet. I'm not sure. Because the absolute altitude is like 6,200 kilometers. So we're not that high in the sky. I think that's from the center of the planet, possibly. And then there's like basically a radar altitude above ground. So I've got both of those on the dashboard. And I might actually want to put K on that just so it's clear. Let's stick a K on that. There we go. And then I'm reading the two switches, stability switch and the pitch switch. And then basically if the switch is on, the roll control is dead simple. It takes the tilt, multiplies it by -2 so the direction is correct, and then outputs that to the ailerons. So super dead simple. With pitch, I had to get a little fancier, just so it wouldn't oscillate so much. So I'm actually using a PID controller. So that function is up here. It's just dead simple PID. If you don't know what a PID controller is, just Google it or search YouTube for PID controller. There's some really great explanations out there. Basically, it lets you make a change, and it takes into account time and the error rate and various stuff. So we're grabbing the pitch, throwing it in the PID controller, and then we're outputting that to the elevator. And then the else statement is if the switch is off, then it just takes control input from the seat like before. So yeah, I don't know if this will ever end up on the workshop because it's a pretty crude airplane, but I can pull that code out if you want. Leave me a comment. I can throw it up on Payspin or something. But anywho, we're at 98% charged. It's not super high, but I think while we wait, let's go drive out to that drill. I think we can probably bring it back to base. And then we'll hop in the airplane and head on up to the mountains. Whee! Things got the acceleration. I've got a little connector on the back there because I was using it to drag the airplane when I got it stuck against part of the base. After taxiing back in from one of my test runs. Tuning the pit controller while trying to fly it was exciting. But I got it done, so it's good enough. It's crude, but it does its job. This thing's still pretty much fully charged. So how are we doing over here? The battery is at 13%. So this is just about done. Pull that up, and we can just even turn the computer off. And we got almost 20,000 more rocks. Put that in there. Oops. Makes an electrical sound even though they're not connected to anything. All right, back to base. Whoa, back to base we go. Hang in there. I don't think I've updated the mining card on the workshop. I need to do that. I've made a few tweaks to it. Oh, I'm going to miss the ramp. That's okay. We'll just pull it over there. I wanted to use the larger wheels on here, but they don't rotate. Like, unless they're powered. Whoa, I'm drifting. Unless they're powered, they don't rotate. Which is kind of strange. Stay. Alright, we're going to anchor that down just so it'll stay put. I want it drifting off. This guy is controlled. It has two switches. It's also controlled from the base via power. Alright, shall we take flight? See if we can make it out to Titanium Mountain and find that area again. What parts do I need to make? That's also I've added a beacon and code to the miner so it can transmit its data back to a base station. So I have a beacon. I had a beacon. Yeah, there it is. So I've got beacon and a couple batteries, so I can upgrade that mining trailer out there on Titanium Mountain to the latest iteration. All right, let's unplug the cable and let's get on out of here. Anchor is up. Ready for flight. And I'm going to turn on roll stability. This helps keep it level. Let's go for altitude. Oh yeah, she got lots of power. Look at her climb. Burn up that battery. I don't know for sure how high we need to be. I didn't have the altimeter last time we were out here. We can almost climb straight up though with full battery, which is nice. Alright, let's throttle back a bit. And I'm going to turn off the roll control. Get pointed over towards, I think it was that notch over there. See if we can go find this thing. And also with beacon on the mining trailer, you could even build a homing device on your plane and then fly right to it. Alright, roll stability. Let's go for pitch stability as well. And we're going to back off the throttle a bit here. And I'm just going to cruise on over towards the mountain. And we'll have to climb some more once we get over there. When I get more time, I might make a proper autopilot with like heading hold and altitude hold and that kind of stuff. I just haven't had the time to do that. That would take a considerably more amount of code. Alright, we're definitely gonna have to climb some more, so I'm gonna tick that off, and you can see it's nose heavy. I don't have a trim function. I need to get that added. There's a lot of features I need to add to this airplane. Having an elevator trim would be super handy. I keep have to just pulsing the elevator. And I also want to add like a pitch hold. Like this keeps it somewhat level. I need to change that so it's actually a pitch hold. That would be handy as well. Turn that off as well. Aim for that notch, because I'm pretty sure that's where that thing is. Let's go for some serious altitude gain here. And I need to go find some gold so I can build the nav instrument. It gives you an artificial horizon and pitch ladder and all that good stuff. But it takes gold, which is at the bottom of the ocean, so I don't have that. Alright, how are we looking? It's a lot closer to the height we need to be. And I'm not sure the tilt is 100% accurate. It's close enough. It keeps me from having to constantly manage the inputs. And with it being nose heavy, it gets to be a little bit of a handful. So I hit the zoom in key. I think I see something right there. Let's kick off the roll control. That's about where I expected it to be, and I see a little splash of white. I don't know if it'll come through in the YouTube compression. Yep, there it is. I see it. All right, so we're going to aim for that notch, and we'll try to get landed kind of where we were before. I need to slow down the throttle progression a tad. Make it easier to get a power setting. Alright, I'm going to turn off the stability here and let's see if we can get landed. I see the mining trailer. Pitch control again for a bit. It sort of kind of maybe keeps you level. There it is. I see it. Pull up, pull up. Oh boy, this landing is going to be terrible. There's no damage, right? So we can get the anchor to stick. There we go. Perfect landing. It looks like my mining trailer fell over. So it must have got low battery, brought the anchor up, and then that caused it to fall over. So we'll have to fix that. All right, let's get off the airplane. Yeah, perfect landing. Nailed it. I mean, we're pretty close to the mining trailer, so I'm happy with that. All right, let's get this thing taken apart, and then I'll probably just, after I take the rocks out, I'll just spawn a new one. I want to upgrade it to the latest version anyway. Yeah, this thing's kind of a mess. 86,000 rocks, not bad. I forgot to put those in the base. We can just grab that, and then we can't get to the control panel, so that's awesome. That's okay. We'll start taking this apart. All right, I'm going to put a cut in here while I take this all apart, break it down, and then I'm going to find, with a scanner, hopefully we can find a little better spot. So I'll be right back. Well, one thing I failed to take into account is when you disassemble batteries, you need full batteries, basically 100% charged batteries to use the blueprint tool. So I've temporarily hooked them up to the solar panels on the plane, getting those two batteries charged up, because I brought two fully charged new batteries, but those were at 5%, so that's not going to work. Also, when I was disassembling it, something went a little wacky, and I lost some low voltage junctions. So I'm short, I guess I'm just short one of those. I think I can probably craft one of those. I need a casing and 5 connectors. And that needs iron. You have iron. So a little bit of work to cut out. I'm going to have to sit up here for a couple hours in game for those batteries to charge. So for you, it'll be a jump cut, but for me, it's going to be a while. I'll see you on the other side. Okay, batteries are charged. I ended up charging off pretty much everything. This battery, the big battery, the solar panels. Got them all charged. A few hours have passed in game, so not too bad. And what I did with the scanner is I went ahead and stopped it when it was pointing at the titanium. And it's almost exactly 150 meters from where the plane is. So 50, 100, 150. It's right out here. And then I went and put a little thingy out there. It's a little bit just downhill from that. So let's see if we can get a mining trailer set up over here. It's going to be a little tricky because it's steep. I really wish you could build, like in Space Engineers, like aligned with gravity. That would be super nice. But you can't, so there's that. I think it's basically right here-ish. Just down from there. I don't think this will slide. Could try to build a little further down. Then maybe get the mining trailer sort of rest against that. Let's give that a whirl. Take that, that. Go to cube, grab that, back to frame, grab that. It's just a little fiddly. I don't know that this will set on the ground, actually. Okay, then we quickly switch to wall and concrete. Back over to cube. I'm going to put the ground anchor on the downhill side. And let's see. Ground anchor, where are you? Where? That on there, and then a button. Sure, that's good enough. Don't fall quite yet. Perfect. And then once it's anchored, you don't even need the button anymore. It'll stay anchored. All right, pop that back up there. Now, let's try to get this thing to spawn in a somewhat sane direction. Mining trailer. All right, we have all the parts. That would be in the ground. I'm going to try to put it like right here and hope it just rests against that. I'm not sure where the solar panels are, though. There goes nothing. Okay, and anchor. Why are you not anchoring? Oh, there it goes. Oh, did I still have that bug in the code? I thought I updated it. I must not have updated the code. All right, well, let's do a little troubleshooting here. It careens down the mountain. Forget, I had to change. Yeah, anyway, I'll get the code on there. I had to change some code logic. What do we have under the drill here? Yeah, it's still 0.03%. I'm not sure that really helped any. Unfortunately. And if I look, we are like 150 meters from the plane. We're lined up about as close as I could get. Still says 0.03%. So there's that. I tried. I could let this roll down the hill a bit, but then it's likely to get like out of control. So let's just turn on the drill. And we'll let it drill. And let's take a look in here. Oh. Yeah, 0.03%. All right. Still not great. So I don't know. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. There's always that possibility. I was really hoping to get a little richer. It's so steep up here, we can't hardly build anything that's drivable. So there's no way to prospect. If there were rocks on the ground, I could prospect with the rock rake. Might just have to tear that down again and then just build the drill around and see if I can find a better spot. If I turn the scanner back on. So it should be 50-meter circles, right? 50, 100, 150. And it's right on the edge of the scan range if you have it on 90 degrees. I hit that. I don't think that's exactly stopped. Yeah, I didn't go quite all the way. No, I missed it. I want to try to get it stopped right as it at the max. Almost looks like it's a little more downhill from there, doesn't it? All right, let's try moving it a little bit. I don't want to get too fiddly with it. Maybe get down in this little depression here. You can. Can I pick this up when it's anchored? I can. All right. That works for me. Grab this. You're done. My fear is that thing will go careening off down the mountain. Let's see if we can move it down a little bit. All right, can I ride on here? It's gonna tilt. Beautiful. Hit the button. Ta-da! 0.03%. I don't think it's even drilling. I think I fell a little too far down the mountain. Well, let me tear this down again and we'll try something a little bit different. Okay, got that tour down and I've put a block down here. We're just going to do a little prospecting with the miner. So let's get this on composite blocks. And we're just going to go out. Oop, that off. That, and then you can hold shift and it'll just automatically extend itself out, which is really super handy. And then we'll just check occasionally, see if we get anything different. Ooh, 0.05. Okay, okay. So we've got some possibilities here. Let's go ahead and come on out square. Nope. This way. Yeah, 0.05. So that's a little better. Not a lot better, but it's a little better. We are almost exactly 150 meters from the plane. Let's come over this way a bit, see if that makes any difference at all. Need a handheld, like, ore scanner or something. Yeah, that's back to 0.03, so that's not right. Let's go this way a little bit. .05. Okay, so we're on the right track around here. Up this way a bit. What do we get up here? Back to 0.03. Okay, so that's clearly not the direction to go. Still 0.05. 0.05 the best we can get. What if we come off it? 0.05. Okay, so we seem to be in the 0.05 zone here. We're getting quite the monstrosity here. It may be a better way to do this, I just haven't thought of. Yeah, still 0.05. I don't know if it's going to get any better than 0.05 or not. We can keep trying. Out this way a bit. Doesn't want to go in there. Oh, am I out of composite blocks? No, I just didn't want to go. 0.03. Okay, so we're off to 0.05, so that's no good. What should it be like right over here? For sure I have thousands of composite blocks, so should be good. 0.03. Okay, so it's definitely not there. So far, the 0.05, like right up in here, is the best we've got. Do they come off this direction? Yeah, 0.05. So I think 0.05 might be it. Let's come way over here and take a look. Yeah, back to 0.03. So I think 0.05 is about all we can do. Unless there's some like specific spot here where it's more than that and I just missed it. Yeah, 0.05. 0.05. We checked here on the end. Yeah, 0.05. Yeah, 0.05. Alright, let's grab all that. I think I'll make a drilling platform right here. I'm not going to use the mining trailer. I think I'll just use the platform. And we'll build it kind of into the terrain here. Come up. We're going to put a ground anchor here. I think I have another ground anchor. Yep. We'll put you right there. Switch. You on. Switch off. Now we can clean up this mess. Get all that. Okay, let's slap a drill on here. We'll just double check. It is indeed 0.05%. All right, I guess that's the best we're going to do. And then let's get a... I'm just going to set this up super simple. Where'd my storage container? Must be down here. Yeah, there it is. Brush that while we're waiting. Then we'll put the container... there. We'll hook the drill up to it. That. Need some room for batteries and whatnot. Need some solar panels up top. Go into drone mode here and build real quick. Now, let's do something a little different. You guys together. You guys together. You guys together. And then this will come over here and down. Yeah, we'll do it a little neater than that. Like that. Oh no, I want to go into batteries. Whee, splat. We don't want to do that. We don't want to run it just off pure solar power. That doesn't make any sense. My other, oh, these are rather 97%. Let's use these batteries. Let the solar power come down here and charge these guys. That's kind of ugly. Oh boy. Crash landing. Jetpack's a little unwieldy sometimes. Let's hook you in there. So that should be somewhat charging the batteries. No? Oh, sun might be too low. That's fine. We can fix that. So if you hit enter for your console, you can do /time add. I'm just going to knock it back 4 hours. So, well, that's a little too much. Move it forward an hour. And we can get some charge time in. There we go. So now that's charging. Then we need to run this guy over to here. It has power. Then I don't think I'm even gonna have a computer on it. I'm just gonna hardwire it for now. And say drill. Drill, baby, drill. We got 0.05% titanium. Alright, I may make that smarter at some point. For now, we'll just let it go. And I think I'm going to actually hook up these other batteries I've got as well. So I can drill as much as possible. Then I want to head back to base and see how much titanium we got from that first run. What I need to do is hook you up. That, and then you like that. And then they're all hooked together. Okay, drill baby drill. Let's head back for home. Yeah, that's weird. I don't know. I'll wait for some comments. Maybe I missed something with finding the good titanium. It seems like that spot that we found on the scope is just 0.05%. Let me know if you know better. Let me know what I did wrong. Let's see if we can get out of here. Anchors away. Oh yeah, lots of power. Alright, we're going to turn on roll stability. Turn on some pitch stability. And we'll cruise on back home. Should change my... I think my pitch is like a slight climb. Depending on power setting. Throttle back, and we should, in theory, be settling. It's hard to tell because all we have is a radar altimeter. We don't have a pressure altimeter. Might do something with this absolute to make it like read more like a pressure altimeter. Stall speed is around 35 to 40. I haven't measured it exactly. If I throttle this back, we should start descending. Yeah, it looks like we're descending. It's holding quite a bit of elevator to try to keep that pitch. So we're basically stalling out of the air, descending. So base, I think, is right over there above my head where the cursor is. So we're going to head that direction. Let's get pointed a little more that way. And I won't bore you with the long flight back to base. I'll see you back there, and we'll get this titanium process and see what we got. Real quick here, I was curious what would happen if I just killed the power and I've got pitch and roll stability on. It's kind of sort of stalling, but not really. So yeah, we're just kind of floating down with pretty much full elevator. I'll see you in a bit. Alright, we're almost back to base. I really got to get a pitch hold set up. That'd make flying this a lot easier. Also a pitch trim. So now there's the base. Let's go ahead and just kill the throttle. Let the speed bleed off. And touchdown. And it likes to taxi around 15% or so. The ground handling physics are actually pretty good. At least they feel like a tail dragger. And you can tap the brakes and get a little more authority on your turn. Yeah, works out pretty well. The problem is the pilot. Sometimes the pilot runs into things at base. So there is that. But we used, what, 30% of the battery. We're still about 70%. So not too bad. Tap the brakes here. I need more hands. I have quite enough fingers to hit all the controls I need to. I think this is going to work. I'm just kind of tapping the brakes as I hold full left rudder. You rotate it around and then kill the throttle. There we go. We made it. We're back. Alright, I've got a little charge port here, so let's hook that up to the high charge rate port, which comes right off the batteries. Get that back to charging, and let's go refine the rock that we got. See how much titanium we end up with. Probably not much. We won't know until we try. So this is a tiny little bit of the 0.05%. We may not get anything out of here. Do we get any... Yeah, I don't see anything showing up there. Alright, well. This is the 0.02%, but it's a lot of it. So, here's... Oh, look, we got our first titanium. Yay! Looks like we might get like 10 or so out of here. Maybe more than that. Maybe 20 or 30. We'll see. But that will let us start making the pump, which will let us pump in water and do rocket engines and stuff like that. So if we go up here to components, and is it called small something? Small turbo pump. Takes, it just takes one titanium for the small one. We ended up with 17, so we have options now for making pumps and stuff, which is cool. And then we'll have to make another trip back there to get the more titanium. It'll be a little more each time now that we're on the slightly higher range. And I'll probably want to go back at some point and make that just an automated mining station, because we'll have to mine, and then it's going to get less efficient the deeper it goes. So we might want to move it a little bit. But yeah, that's a success. I'm going to call that a success. We've got 17 titanium. Not terrible. Not great, but it's not terrible. So I have an empty water tank here, right? Yep. I think that's supposed to be called tank H2. Or no, tank H2O. I think. I'll have to check the code again, but I can get a pump in theory and get that filled up with some water, but I do need to redo the plumbing like I did with these. So we'll get that figured out and more as the Archean adventure continues. I want to thank you as always for watching, and I'll catch you next time. 94% charge on the base. Not too bad. We'll let her charge. Later, folks. That's not going anywhere.